morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're very happy to be here with our brother, Tewodros Shiferaw in Addis Ababa. Let's get a round of applause for Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, ladies and gentlemen, please. We are here as the Afghan delegation in Ethiopia. Chief Executive Officer, Jerome Hodge, our Vice President, Mr. Gregory Hodges over here, our Chief Commercial Officer, Captain Abi McConan, and our Chief Technical Officer, Gideon Gidano. 90 years ago, John Robinson came to the United States as the most eminent African-American aviator to help Ethiopia. Ethiopia at that time was facing the invasion by Italy. And Empress Selassie made John Robinson the commander of the Ethiopian Air Force. And Ethiopia got its freedom. And John Robinson was from the same state as our CEO, Mr. Hodge, encouraged the emperor to start Ethiopian Airlines. Today, Ethiopian Airlines is the largest airline in Africa. Let's hear it for Ethiopian Airlines, ladies and gentlemen. As members of the Tuskegee Airmen Association, Mr. Hodge, having been in the Air Force, having been president of the East Coast chapter of Tuskegee Airmen, I haven't been a member. We're here to connect the dots, to continue the story of John Robinson. And we believe it is very important in Ethiopia to have a John Robinson chapter of the Tuskegee Airmen Association, so that young Ethiopians can understand that history of partnership between the United States, in particular between African Americans in the United States and Ethiopia, and the things that we've been able to do together. Brother Tewodros Shiferaw represents the best of Ethiopia. He's not only an entrepreneur, a family man, a father, a friend, and a brother, but he's a visionary. He's an innovator. Tuskegee Ethiopia, in the construction industry, in IT, in Guzgo, he has continued to show the same spirit of John Robinson. And so, it does us great honor, and as members of the Tuskegee Airmen Association, and as members of AFDAN, which has been a strong supporter of the Tuskegee Airmen Association, I would like to call on our President, Jerome Hodge, President of AFDAN, to present the red jacket of the Tuskegee Airmen Association, East Coast chapter, to Brother Tewodros Shiferaw.
Thank you. This red jacket represents Tuskegee Airmen. A little history, like I said, the Tuskegee Airmen came out of, they were the black pilots in World War II, that went out and fought, had a record that was unmatched at that point in time. Okay? There used to be the story that they never lost a bomber. When a bomber would go out, they would lose anywhere from 15 to 20 bombers a day. But when the Tuskegee Airmen on the job, that number dropped to almost zero. All right, 40 years later, those individuals got together and they formed the Tuskegee Airmen Association. All right, the whole point of that was to educate young people in America as to what blacks did during that time. Because I gotta tell you, even myself didn't know our history, of the Tuskegee Airmen. I was in the military, 30-something years old before I figured out who they were and found out what they were at that time. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to make Teddy a lifetime member of the East Coast chapter of Tuskegee Airmen. And then, like I said, we've got a tie that comes with the emblem. And our goal, hopefully, is like I said, one day, as Dave said, is right now we've got 54 chapters in the U.S. and 2 overseas, one in Ghana and one in Italy that just opened. And so we're hoping that the next one will be here in Addis.
And you all will be members.
I really appreciate it. So it's a good opportunity to meet you guys and to work with you. As you mentioned, yes, we are working for the last 5 years in innovations and helping the people, the medias, in other activity too. So this is another good opportunity in encouraging us to reaching our long list. Thank you for recognition again. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, David.
Ziyan bir tane şey yapmış. Ben
I want to say something that came to me as I stood here.
Video
The
notes
Tuskegee
yazayım.
Institute,
Yazıyorum
the Tuskegee Airmen trained, was the same organization that trained